Wow, it's tough, man. BTX needs to get out of G3 before talking to a top kingdom. Jeez, man. It's hard out here, man. It's hard out here. People going in. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, BN's got some dope ideas. Yeah, man, they just... That's kind of rough, man. I feel like they could have done a better job. Yeah. It's, you know, it kind of sucks to a degree because it's like, you know, part of you wants to play out and think about how matchups are going to be formed. And, you know, the other part of it is it's just like, you know, like when groups are announced, the challenge is that you think, okay, hey, groups are announced, this is cool. But then the problem immediately becomes, okay, well, where is each kingdom placed on the respective zone ones? And it is to a degree hard to also factor that in and say, okay, well, you know, what's the best matchup going to be? Even if you look at the best matchups on paper, it doesn't mean that everyone's going to be favored, you know, based on their starting zone. And some people may factor that in and, you know, apply that across the board where now it's okay, well, what could have been the best matchup for the KvK is now not possible because you don't have a favorable starting position for what the teams would be. It kind of sucks to think about it like that. And again, that's why I was making that suggestion. It's just like, man, there's at least a couple better ways that they could play out how the KvKs are being formed. Like just with placement, how the matchups are being done. Like, see, I'm okay with the matchups. I'm okay to try and have the kingdoms do the matchups, but the thing I really want to see is have a matchup phase where people figure out the matchups, and kind of like when you're doing the team phase, right? If you guys remember when you were picking teams in KvKs, do the same thing, but just have it be the matchup phase. So you have you basically can have anyone make a team as a captain, and then you figure it out. You have like 24 a day or two to figure it out, and then maybe 2 to 3 days. And then once it's all figured out, then you go into a pick phase. And the pick phase is you picking out what starting zone. So each team gets one pick. So team A gets to pick their first starting zone. Team B gets to pick their starting zone. And then you do a 1-1 rotate. To me, I want to see that happen. That I think would be a huge win and a huge solution just with one idea on how to improve KvK matchmaking. Not KvK matchmaking, but to improve starting zone placement. So that way you have better odds of getting what is basically the best matchup on paper and could very well be the best matchup overall. That's the thing that really gets me, is that we don't have that. And it just, I don't know, man, it sucks. It sucks thinking about it. Like, I'm getting depressed just just going through it. Yeah, man. It's no bueno. That's really what I'm trying to get at. Dude, the meme content has been absolutely on point. Oh my god, dude. Some of the memes lately, maybe we'll look at a few in a little bit. But absolutely they've been hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just getting our early promo out the way. And then we will Oh yeah, and then we're gonna update the matchups. I'm gonna update. We're gonna get screenshots and overheads for all the stuff. I mean, honestly, dude, they should have me do Diplo because I don't care. I don't care about your relationships, right? Again, unless it's god awful, and someone, let's just say they flat out lied, right? And there's proof that someone betrayed. There's proof that someone said they were going to show up and they didn't show up, and then it later came out why, and it was just totally against. Dude, okay, I'll factor that in. But aside from that, let me look at what your current numbers are in a more advanced way. Let me look at what your numbers were last season, along with the other. Like, I mean, we could really do some kind of advanced analytical breakdown when we're talking about matchups, not just the numbers that we're looking at currently for what the past season's performance was, and then up to date numbers. But if I was to go in and do matchups, like a great example, when we did matchups yesterday on the live stream, you saw even for the two matchups we looked at, which was the number 1 and the number 4 KvK group, just because those are the only two groups we had full data for, we had at least 2 or 3 matchup variations, along with the one that we liked the most. And you can't sit there and say any of those matchups are bad. All of those matchups were good to great on paper when we looked at some of the kind of entry level, semi advanced PvP stats and numbers. And it looked good. And I didn't hear anyone say, like, oh my God, the one matchup that we mentioned was just god awful, right? No one said that. And I think the thing to really take into consideration is that, again, keep in mind, we are not going to know things such as, who's going to show up and who's not going to show up, right? That's only something that you're ever going to be able to figure out day of, right? When the zone opens, when the statue opens, when the Supreme statue opens, when an AVA or a KvK event happens. You're not going to be able to predict the future, right? At the end of the day, data is the only absolute reliable source, regardless of how much emphasis you want to put on it. It's the only thing that we can treat as an absolute because it shows who showed up, who didn't show up, who shows up more than others, what the comparisons are between each kingdom, between each group, between each alliance, between the top players. Like, again, you have to go off of something like that, because if you don't, then all it is just like wishful thinking and pixie dust. It's just it's just like, like a witch doctor, man. Like, it's just, you may not get that far. Listen, man, nothing against witch doctors. I hear they're semi legit. Haven't met one. Would I be down to get a session in? Sure, why not? Yeah, man, it's wild. Wild stuff, man. Welcome. As always, if you guys are enjoying, make sure you throw us up. Because that was a lot. Thanks. And like I said, we're just going through some promo right now, and then we're going to go and plug in. We're going to get the overheads. So we're going to do overhead maps for all the KvK groups. I'm going to draw on the maps too as well for the top alliance, like what their starting zone is. I'm going to plug that into the sheet, and then I will have that available on the public sheet probably tomorrow. After all that's in there, and we'll just tidy it up a little bit too. Zombin, what's up? Welcome. Gio, what up, baby? WT Focus, what's up? Welcome. Dream, what's up? BH, hey. Lindsay, hey. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. COD Gen Chat is it is, dude. It's entertainment in its own right. Yeah, just absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Blame guns is short. Oh god. I wonder if Guns has been a part of any Diplo stuff. Like, I wonder if he's in the trenches, or I imagine he probably wouldn't be. And it's just, hey, I'll just kind of hear what ends up happening or kind of coming of it. But yeah, it'd be so funny. Is that what you call your members that you didn't care about? So I heard. Oh, the so I heards. That's like saying, oh yeah, someone told me this, or I heard this from a third party. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's not true. It also doesn't mean that it is true. It's just, you know. But, you know, people will say what they say. Echo ROG on top, then it's PDO noob. Jeez. What? Oh my gosh. It's BDO new Diplo win. I don't know. I mean, we'll see, man. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, from what we saw last night when we plugged in the BDO and the Echo numbers, again, you know, it doesn't look like it's really the only zone for that KvK group that looked rough was potentially final zone. But like the zone 2s and the zone 3s didn't look, I mean, the zone 2s probably a little bit more. I would say the zone 3s probably have the chance to be the fairest out of all the zones for that matchup. But will final zone potentially be wild with BDO and Echo essentially PvP stress testing themselves to see how much of an impact they can make? Oh, absolutely. I actually think it's a better, it's not the best matchup I think on paper, but I do think that they will get more of a run for their money and or give more of a run for their money than BTX got out of their group. Pallet, you guys, man. Yeah, yo, Jason did. So what's funny is Jason did come on the stream. Celos, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate you. Let me get some confetti in the chat. Abdo, what's up, baby? But after zone 2, we will reevaluate diplomacy based on finding. Okay, I will be sure to plug. Somebody might have told me that. I think I have that saved on another sheet, but I appreciate you. Yeah, man. I might just AFK this season. Oh my god. As of last season, WB did have to wait. Yeah. Bro, we can sneeze on our enemies and win. Damn, that is hardcore. Oh my gosh. Damn, it's really coming out strong with the shade being thrown. Same story every season. Jeez. Memes from the side. Man. Yeah. Ooh, whoa. Oops. Did we do a double there? My bad. My bad. Oh, no, we didn't. Cool. PvE god. Oh, asking Strange if she's in the Diplo talks. Interesting. She might be. Because she was R4 for, wasn't it Noir? And then didn't she go TFS? I don't know if she's a officer in TFS. If I have that right. Strange can carry this. She is right now. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought she was currently in TFS. Bro has 401k CP. Solid. Just solid. That's so funny. Ooh, sweet. So someone else just sent me another KvK Diplo thing. I'm going to add this on my sheet. And then I'm also going to plug these in too as well. Because like people are sending me stuff on the side. So I'm going to be sure to add those in. Okay, so we're almost done getting some permer, which is short for promotion. So we're just running through the kingdoms. Very quick, very quick. Whoa. Okay, thank you. There we go. Let me get my messages in, man. Let me put the word out. Okay, let me let the gospel sing. Why do I not have background music going on right now? I need to jam out. And my boy Jack Ross is not playing my So Into You featuring D Nice. I'm telling you, man, it's like I just have a bunch of like R&B, pop, and country. I think that's what I got on my YouTube mix right now. I wonder if it's better just to use Spotify or something else. I have no idea. You have to see. I'd have to try. Don't forget to unblock. Oh, she stayed blocked. Yeah, I did that last 30K. He's been typing for an hour now, really. Dude, Bob be noticing stuff, man. Bob be noticing stuff. Yeah, like I said, I thought she was. I thought Strange was still in TFS, unless I'm mistaken. I mean, we could always go look. You know what we should do? You know what would be fun to do? Would be to eventually start going through and looking at if we can find any funny kingdom mails, man, from people. Oh, God, I used to love going through kingdoms and just reading the kingdom mails, man. Sometimes you'd find some really funny stuff, or you'd find some super aggressive stuff. Celos, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate that sub. No one cares about the Arise BTX drama. Dude, it's lingering, though. We have to be honest about that. Even, like, I don't even truly understand, like, what is it if it's just the fact that Arise doesn't like BTX, and it just, I mean, but I'm telling you, man, the perseverance, I'll say that much. The perseverance of the fact that, let me skadoosh myself here. What's going on here? Let me do this. There we go. I think that'll be better. There we go. So I can like skadoosh in here. There we go. Like, get in. Oh, there we go. Gotta get in my little socket corner. But yeah, like I said, I don't even know exactly what all the. I don't even know what all the drama is. Like, I don't know if it's just Arise doesn't like BTX. Was Arise in BTX? Then he got kicked out, and it's just going hard in the paint. Oh boy. Oopsies, I think I double posted in there. That's my bad. I didn't mean to. I'm so happy for these Arise memes. Finally, it was like, oh, class forgot to make COD without drama is like beer without alcohol. Oh my gosh. It's like beer without alcohol. Jeez. I mean, I'll be honest, that's pretty specific. I don't think anyone's gonna maybe disagree with that one there, guy. Yeah, should be good there. All right, almost done. And then we're going to start figuring this out. That's impossible when you have an ego war in Diplo chat between two R5. What? I will say this, man. Some people have been sending me. I'm sure some people would like, but I'm just going to say some people have been sending me some Diplo chats. Like, people have been sending me screenshots of some Diplo chats, and it's I'll just say it is a little unfortunate, but it's also funny. Some of the stuff that I've been reading. Yeah, I wouldn't post anything, you know, unless it's something like the Diplo's done with, and then it's okay. Well, hey, does anyone want to share what happened, right? Like, if I ask publicly, then that's different. But, and obviously depending on what's in it. But yeah, it's yeah. So some people have been sharing with me some chats. Yeah. Maybe what we should do is do another round. Now that I'm thinking about it, of where maybe we reach out to the kingdoms, and we maybe not the kingdoms, but we reach out to the groups. I guess it would technically be the kingdoms. So we reach out to the KvK groups and the kingdoms, and we ask them and say, like, hey, what's your feedback on how Diplo went? Right? Is it a yay, a nay? Again, are you happy? Are you satisfied? No, is it total BS? I definitely want to start reaching out to, like, maybe especially some of the top groups, right? Once things are officially finalized, I definitely want to try and incorporate a lot more like group engagement for the KvKs, and I'm hoping we'll be able to maybe do that this time around. So that could be something. Yeah, I just want to try and do like a lot more KvK coverage, man. I feel like most of the KvK coverage outside of zone openings is basically, groups announced, matchups announced, zone openings for war, and then that's it. Right. And I want to do it kind of like a sports game where, you're doing stuff each quarter, you're doing player and coach interviews, like really trying to like build a story up for a particular group. Right. Trying to kind of shine a little bit more of a light. Just some ideas I've been tinkering with. Yeah. TFS will be better than NTS in 2 seasons. Noted. Jeez. I mean, listen, man, you could say whatever you want, but and I'm gonna and again, I've been saying this as of late. You have to absolutely give NTS their props. They came back from essentially what was, to some, a smear campaign, right? When all those cheating allegations came out. And what were they doing? And that's not to say, and even I covered it a couple times. Again, we never said that they were cheating, but we covered the story, we covered the news and what was being talked about. And you think about what they went through with that to continue persevering. They kept sticking with it. They kept recruiting, they kept grinding. And look at where they're at now. I mean, if there was ever a potential underdog story in the history of COD, at least at the moment, where people, and I'm not saying everyone, but where some people were basically against them, for them to like still grind through that and come out on top. I mean, listen, man, props have to be given. Absolutely. Like, they did it. They are a top kingdom, and some would argue one of the top, if not depending at what interval, the top fighting kingdom. Right. But again, I at minimum would put them as a top fighting kingdom. Right. I think they're effortlessly in there in the top 10, probably could even be argued top 6, maybe top 5. But they're there. Like, they show up. And again, after getting a little whiff of what Mark and his team, do over there, it's kind of easy to see why. Like, dude, they put a lot of work, they put a lot of effort in. So yeah, man, I only have glowing things to say about NTS with everything that's happening, kind of where they're at now. Welcome. If you're just hanging out with us, we just got done with our promos. We're hanging out in the COD chat. I'm about to go and start updating the sheet for all the KvK groups. We're going to grab screenshots for all the KvK groups. I'm gonna draw on them, and we're gonna do like what alliances where, and then I'm gonna plug those on the sheet, and then I'll eventually port those things over to the public sheet as well, so you guys will have access to that. And that's going to be on the Discord as per usual. Focus says Ego's the worst problem in KvK matchmaking. Yeah, no, most likely. Again, as always, man, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you throw us up. Because I've said a lot. Thanks. Evil Cat, what's up? Curious to see how some of the Diplo ends up. Oh man, I know. And that's the thing, man. Like, I know Fuzzy's working right now on getting everything updated, but what I will say is, obviously, if we did have everything ready to go, we could have already had everything plugged in and then looked at what the matchups were and kind of compare what our predictions were versus the matchups. Again, things will happen, and I know that Fuzzy's taking time to update and fix where those errors are on the bot, so that way we'll be good to go. And that's always going to be needed no matter what. Yep. Loco, what up? Welcome. BH, just go back to season 1 and make up the Diplo as season goes so we get more drama. I mean, not the worst. So I see. So hang on. So what you're saying is we have to get ahead of it, and we need to we need to look at season 1 and then look at like the kingdoms that are nearby and then basically do a matchup ranking. Yeah, I mean that'd be interesting. I mean that'd be like really, really predicting the future on that one. Yeah, I don't know about that. Evil says, I play in 2 kingdoms in this group, and both should be fun fights. Looking forward to it. Okay, cool. Very nice. Clan thought I'd add more spice to it. What more spice do you need to add? No one's trying to add spice to anything. It's just, just reading the comments are honestly, I think spice enough. Let's see. How it felt going into season 3. Here we go again. What's this? What? What is happening? I don't know why that matters. You can't change it. Yeah. Yeah, I will say that I kind of get where Ryoku's coming from. Like I would have been okay with seeing I would have been okay with maybe seeing the team up mechanic in this season, and I only say that because of how big the kingdom pool is. I think we would have had maybe a little bit better odds, but I'm not necessarily mad at what they did. I'm not saying that I disagree with them doing it this way. It's just unless you're putting a couple more parameters in place to really address the possibility of having a higher percentage chance of balance, it's just because with how they're doing it now, you're basically just leaving it up to the kingdoms, the kings and queens, to figure it out. And they're obviously going to factor in their matchups. They're going to take the starting positions into account. That's what I should say, as a factor for what the matchups are going to be. And that can already derail a number of KvKs. So again, I like my suggestion where it's let the matchup phase happen before you place them in a starting zone. And then once that finishes, allow each team basically do the team up phase before they're placed in the kingdom. No, sorry, not necessarily the team up phase. Do it where you put the kingdoms in the group. Then there's a team up phase where you can either do, where you can form 2 groups, and it could be anything. Like it could be everyone free for all, even though we know it's not going to happen. You could do a 1v6, you could do a 2v4, or you could do a 3v3. Right? Maybe a 2v2v2, but that's unlikely as well. So you basically put the kingdoms in the group. After they're in the group, you allow the kingdoms to team up with each other. And then once that finishes, each team goes one at a time, right? So team 1 on team A gets to pick their starting zone first. Team 1 on team B gets to pick their starting zone next. And then you just rotate. Again, do it like a MOBA. That's what I'm saying, man. Like take inspiration from other games and just be creative about it. Figure out what works. I think something like that, devoid of the system just matching them all together, would be better. Because we all know that in any KvK, you're going to be teaming up with people, right? So it doesn't make sense to have kind of random placements on the map. You either do it 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 around in the zones, or you do a north versus south, a west versus east, or something to that effect. Right? And you allow them to be like 3 on this side, or however I would do that, right? Like 3 on this side, 3 on that side. It's just doing things like that play more into the direction the game is already going in. Yeah, dude, nobody wants to do like a 1-3-2 split. It's just like, it just, no, or like a 1-2, 1-2, 1. Like, no. Yeah, man, it kills me. It kills me. I think it's so funny. Yeah. Oh, man. Loco, what's up, man? The GOAT. Yeah, I try. Doing good, man. Doing good. Thanks. Yeah. Just wild, man. King Yami, what's up, man? Oh, said our Diplo's done. Okay. Man, good for you guys figuring that out. Focus says, I don't think the system is bad. It's the people, not the mechanics. Agreed. Focus, absolutely. I don't think there's any disagreement there. The challenge is that you have to, well, first and foremost, the system is okay to a degree. The placement of kingdoms in starting zones before matchups are decided and who's going to be working with who, we cannot take away that is detrimental. That can be negatively impacting. And more often than not, it is. Because when you already have kingdoms that are placed in starting zones and then you decide to do the matchmaking, you cannot sit there and say that starting zone placement is not a factor of who will match with who. So you have to understand that you're not able to go into matchmaking with a clean slate. You're already having a hand or a part of a hand tied behind your back, right? You're already going in limited with what matchmaking will be. And that's the part that sucks. The only way, the absolute only way that you could do it right now is if you said something to the effect of, when we get to final zone, everyone will be on the best matchup teams, right? Because you could do it that way. You could say, like, if you have the most ideal matchup, that, like, let's say it's a 3v3. It's the most ideal matchup. But because of zone starting positions, the groups, the kingdoms may not want to do that in the beginning. So you could say, well, look, we'll just do this up until the final zone. But once we get into the final zone, then we'll go with the best matchup pairing. That would be the best way to work around the starting zone placement challenges that some KvKs may face. And I think there's one kingdom that did this last season, and there might be another kingdom doing it this season, or another KvK group doing that this season, I should say. That's how you would work around and troubleshoot some of the challenges right now. But I still think that there's better ways to do it overall. We're just not getting that right now. So yeah, it does kind of suck. I love Vital, dude. I mean, this is probably pretty spot on. Is that you don't want it to be uneven matchups. Like, if you can, you want the ideal to be 3v3. That's what you'd want it to be. So yeah, every KvK failing to create a 3v3 is very kind of us. Now, first off, I don't think it's every KvK. I do think some of the KvKs have been able to form 3v3, so it's not every single one. But I do think that comment is freaking spot on. Now. Yeah. So Washington. Oh, yeah, man, it was good, dude. Solo leveling was good, man. That was so dope. Welcome. We're just hanging out with us. We're just chilling Gen Chat, watching some Gen Chat because it's very interesting. But I'll be transitioning here in a moment, and we're going to start updating the KvK groups and the master sheet so we get some overhead pictures. But as always, man, if you guys are enjoying, make sure you throw us up. Because it helps out a lot. Thanks. Yeah, let's create a council of neutral players that decide the Diplo in every KvK in future seasons. Yeah, man. Absolutely. I mean, maybe. It's not the worst idea. Demon, what's up? Welcome. Not 3 on each side, please. Won't be any fighting then. To be honest, it just depends. Honestly, it really just depends on how the map layout is. I think a really good example of someone that you saw, or a good season example, was back in S2+. If you guys remember that was on the Bellerin kingdom layout, where it was basically a triangle. You guys remember this? It was a triangle. And you had a west side, or I guess it's east side if you're looking at where I'm viewing it on the screen, and then a west side. And you had the two massive zone 3s, right? Which was more Brez and Doolin. That's what they were called. And if you remember, one of what I feel to this day has been the absolute best overall KvK experience that I have seen, or at least is up there for top, is the TFS Noir KvK that played out on the Bellerin map. Why is this? Because they basically went full on West versus East, and they saved up everything essentially up until the final zone. And what did we get in the final zone? We got 2.5 to 3 weeks of just hardcore high volume PvP. It was glorious. And I don't think anyone would look at that KvK and say that they felt unfulfilled. I think everyone would say it was one of the most fulfilling KvK seasons in history. And there was a couple other KvKs. There's like 2 others during that season as well. And I'm blanking right now. I think I have it saved on my sheet. But that's kind of what we're talking about, is like the game giving you the opportunity to just fight for a while. Doesn't mean that you have to fight for every single day in a KvK, but we need to have more expectations and more hopes than fighting for just a day or two in the final zone of a KvK, because that's absolutely depressing. It's ridiculous. It should not be happening. And it just creates a sense of unrealistic expectation, but just in a negative way. I don't think anyone is satisfied when that happens. Another great example is if you look at last season, when Echo and EIS fought in Zone 2. They fought for about a week. What was it? 6-7 days they fought for in Zone 2. That was exciting. It was pretty high volume, pretty high to mid volume for the most part. Again, but did that continue and happen in Zone 3, Zone 4? No. So it was just, again, it was a letdown, man. And it's not a letdown by the players. I'm just saying a letdown by the way partly the way the map is designed, partly the way the pass is open, and then partly the way that starting zones are positioned, kingdoms are placed into starting zones before matchups are decided. It's just kind of like we're doing it backwards, and we're hoping to expect that the results are going to be better than what they have been. If you look at the data and you look at the KvK seasons on average across the past, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons, it's been rare. It's been more rare than not that we have been seeing lackluster final zone performances in KvKs, where we're barely getting any decent length of duration of PvP fighting. And again, this is not necessarily on the players. It's not necessarily on the alliances or the kingdoms. It's multiple layers, some of which I've mentioned, that factor into this. And so, yeah, man, again, that's why I look at that TFS and that Noir season, and I look at, well, how were they able to do that? And when you just break it apart based on the map design, how the zones open, the fact that they went West versus East, it makes sense on why we saw what should be the crescendo, the final firework display play out in the final zone, and it was everything we wanted and more. And it's just been very difficult to emulate that. It's not to say that some KvK groups haven't delivered some of that to us, because some of them have, but it's more often than not that they're falling short. And there are reasons for that. So, yeah, man. My passion bubble's bursting. I need agua. I think I'm going to try and order some chipotle later too as well. All right, guys, goal for the stream right now is we got to get to 20 likes. We're at 9 right now. I need 11 more. Do it or I will find you. But at the same time, I love you. Thanks. Okay. So now let's start going through, and I want to start pulling some info so we can start updating the sheet. And I want to get overhead images for all the groups. So that's going to be our focus right now, is looking at all the KvK groups, and then we're going to split those up. So actually, we could probably just do the matchup testing, because we did a little bit of this. Or sorry, not matchup testing, but I got to plug the kingdoms in. So maybe we'll just do that right now, even if it's not. I think that might just be the best thing. Maybe let's just go in order, which would probably be, honestly, a solid idea to do. Yeah. Okay. So I gotta open up my scout here. So let's start with the first group. Okay. What do I got? Okay, here we go. So here's all the kingdoms. So this is SOS 26. Hang on. I guess we could do it top down, right? So we got to find 28. So let's do 28 first. 27. Here we go. Okay. We probably could do this. I'm not going to do all the data yet. Actually, I probably could just show it here, huh? Because everything is already set. I just have to put everything basically in order-ish, right? So let's do that. Yeah, part of me just feels like this will be better for me. Oh, okay. I need a few more rows. Let's do that. Ooh, I probably need a few more rows after that too. A1 RVO. I said to keep that in mind. Okay, good. There we go. So we got 27 here. Sweet life of Zach and Cody. And then we'll delete where 27 is, right? So that's what we're going to do. And we'll organize these top downs just so it makes it a little bit easier viewing wise, right? So now we're going to find 28. Sweet. Okay, so here's 28. That's quite a few. So maybe we just go extra. So that way we're like really good. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is pretty good. Cool. I can just hang out with chat too. Oh my gosh, we're almost at three more likes until 20. You guys can do it. And if you can't, just still do it. Just have your mom log into her account. She can do it too. And then tell her that BN loves her. Right. Trick, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate you. So we got 28, 27, 26. We need 25 now. Oh, wait, hang on. I got to remove 28 though, right? Let's not forget that. Oh, wow. That was 25 rows too. Shibuya bang. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Village, what's up, man? Welcome. What's your opinion on BDO and Echo going 2v4? So I did share what my thoughts were on this because we covered it yesterday. And when we did, I talked about it because we looked at the numbers and everything because I actually had up-to-date numbers for that matchup. I'll touch on it again. I'm not mad at it. I do think that there's better matchups than BDO and Echo deciding to go via 2v4. I don't think that was the absolute needed, but I think they felt that way, probably also factoring in the starting zone location. And I think that the matchup up until final zone is not that bad. I think the zone 3 matchup is probably the best. Oh, sorry. The zone 3 matchup is probably the most fair, has the potential, let me be specific, has the potential to be the most fair. And then the final zone is basically you just getting a stress test, right? Of Echo BDO and like what is their max fighting capabilities. But they're also absolutely guaranteed to get a lot of PvP, right? Like you already know their side. It's basically the KvK is over when their side runs out, right? That's kind of what their up to ceiling is. So again, they're guaranteed to get a lot of PvP. It's kind of like the BTX situation, except I just think that I think the BDO and Echo situation is a little bit better than that. Oh my God, you guys are exceeding my expectations. 21 likes. Calm down now. 4 more and we're at 25. You guys can do it. Do it and I'll shout out your cousin. Genitwo. What's up? Our Diplo done too. You can check stats, please. 61. Ooh, cool. Thank you. I'll write that down. I'm going to put that on my sheet. Someone just took their like away. I will find you. Don't think I won't. Oh, I already got this matchup, I think. 3. Thank you, though, for this. But yeah, someone did send me this one. Thank you. Okay. 26. We're going to do 25. Ooh, here we go. 25. Sweet. Because if I do all these in order, then it makes it a lot easier when we go back and we plug in the stuff. Oh my gosh, 23, 2 more likes. We can do it. It'll make it a lot easier once I plug in the overheads, because then everything's in order. Shigami, thanks, man. I mean, listen, I don't mind getting pity likes. Do I feel bad about it now? And are you making me just slightly tear up on the inside? Sure, but I'll take what I can get. Appreciate you though. Thanks. Oh, shiitake mushrooms, man. Shout out to the early Spy Kids. I can't say that. I can't say that girl's name though. That thing is super long. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah. Trick says, I'd like to see more 2-on-2 maps like the team format from SOS3. Listen, I'm down for 2-on-2 formats. I do not, I would agree with that for what you're saying, Trick. I think that makes sense. I'm okay with seeing that. I don't think that always needs to be 3v3. I actually think you could get better matchups with 2v2 because you don't need as many kingdoms in the KvK to have even matchups. So 2v2 could be something very viable. I think 3v3s can work. I'm not saying that they can't, but would I like to maybe see some 2v2s if it's especially on a different map? Absolutely. I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, where's 20? Oh crap, was it 25? I was looking for 24. Oh, no, I have to remove 25. Yeah. Okay, good. We gotta remove 20, and then we'll get 24. So let's do that. Okay, where's 24? Ooh, nice. Look at that, dude. Conveniently placed for us. Okay, cool. Look at that. Here's 25. Sweet. Dude, nice. This is, man, I'm telling you, man, I love organizing so everything just looks purty. I'm probably going to have to make another row, but we'll do that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I could also do a grouping that groups it so the map will pop out when we need it to. We could do that. Just kind of given everything we're doing right now. That might actually be easier in the long run. So we'll see. Yeah, but let's finito this piso. That did not make sense. Me highlighting. Oops. Well, what do we do? We wanted to delete. Okay. So we got 24. We need to find 23. Where's 23? Sweet. There we go. Look at that, dude. We are making work. We hit 25 likes. You guys are the best. Okay, we're on to 30 next. Nice. Oh, look at that, dude. Oh, crap. Oh, whoa. Why am I doubling up on these on the lines? Wow. Oopsies. We don't want to do that. We wanted to delete it. Okay, that looks slightly. That's so weird. Is this combined? Oh, that was weird. God. Okay. Painful. What up? ROE Arkham was another top tier KvK not stopping fighting all season. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was the GG one. Yeah, no, that was good. Absolutely, that was good. Yeah. Saving everything for last zone is boring, though. It's essentially farming all home kingdom, then farming the entire season up until the last zone. Listen, some people may feel that way, Demon. Absolutely. And again, keep in mind, I'm not saying that everyone needs to save everything. What I'm simply saying is that final zone needs to be the most engaging and the most fulfilling zone in the KvK. That's all I've ever said. I'm only giving an example of how I felt watching the TFS No War season and a couple other seasons that somewhat emulated that. Not to the extent that season did, but that's really my main point is I'm okay with seeing fighting happening in Zone 2, okay with seeing fighting happening in Zone 3, but the main fighting, the main event needs to happen in the final zone. That is an absolute. There's no getting around that. And the problem right now is that in a lot of the KvK seasons, in the majority of KvKs, we are seeing more PvP in Zone 2s and 3s than we are, and I should say Zone 2 and or Zone 3, than we are in the final zones. And that just can't happen. Like that there is something wrong there. And that's what needs to be corrected. And there are ways to do that, some of which I've already stated. But I just hope that the COD team is looking at those things, because nobody wants to get to the FZ and only fight for 4 to 12 hours or less than a day or maybe 2 days max. Like, that is just, you can't sit there and tell me that that is fulfilling for all the players in that KvK that worked to get to the final zone and had a hopeful expectation of fighting for longer than a day. I just, and I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm just saying no one's going to sell me on that, because I've seen what amazing, fulfilling, and awesome KvKs have experienced in great and truly fulfilling final zones. And that's what we need to get to. Right? And that needs to be a consistency across the board. It needs to be a standard. And that's what we really should be advocating and fighting for, at least in one area. Oh God, my passion bubble exploded again. Okay. Let's go, fam. 5 more likes until we get to 30. You guys can do it. Thanks. Evo, what's up? Jerry Chua, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate you. I'll get you some confetti in the chat, man. Appreciate the love. Thanks for the support. It means a lot. More than you probably know. Okay, don't start making me cry. It's gonna get teary in here. All right, we gotta find 22. Where's 22? Dope sauce. Let's get this. Oh, you know what? I think I'm like understanding why. I bet you it was me doing it. No, I mean now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, cool. So we got that. So let's remove 22, and then we'll grab 21 here in a moment. Sweet. Okay, now we're gonna find 21. Where's 21? There we go. Boom. There's 21. And then we'll do, I guess I'll do this. Yeah. Someone just knock on my door. Oh, guys, don't let me forget we gotta order Chipotle or something. I don't know. I feel like ordering something. Maybe we don't need to. We'll see. Somebody was telling me about, I don't know if anyone here has seen the latest solo leveling episode. Again, we are spoiler free, so we will never spoil anything. That is just a rule of thumb. And if you do that, you're absolute scum and you can kick rocks. But what I will say is that it was great. It was fantastic. And I'm just going to say that the most recent episode for season 2, what got me, and this may not necessarily be the most impactful part of the episode to some, but it absolutely was to me because of the character development, the build up to this episode, is that the ending, the very ending, when he says that word, and for those of you that watched it, you know what that word is. That was the best part for me, because it just set the stage for next week's episodes to literally be peak of peak. And I'm excited. That's all I wanted to say. I'm super excited. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. I just can't. I mean, I'm going to have to wait. I'm just saying internally. All right. That's it. We'll leave it. I mean, again, man, anime's life. People need to know that. So. Cool. We're doing pretty good here. So we're going to remove 20 now. Let's do that. Okay, now we're going to find 19. Ooh, I love how they're seeming like they're starting to get a little bit closer to us now, which is great. 3 likes away from 30. We can do it. Maybe I should like get some kind of like whip emoji out that you guys can use. Like, just like whip each other. Not aggressively, but platonically, of course. All right. Something tells me that I accidentally deleted this. And the short-term memory loss is killing me right now. All right, where's 19? Sweet. Let's delete that. Now we need 18. Ooh, look at that. 18. Beautifully placed. Right above us. Yeah, man. So I don't usually eat out too much because usually when the kiddos are with me, it's pretty consistent, with what I'm kind of usually cooking them. If I'm making some dinner or something and, we're kind of rotating the days. And most of the time I'm usually drinking my green drink. Some of you guys have seen me do that. So, which is it's like super simple, dude. It's spinach. It's like 2 handfuls of spinach. Oh God, I don't even know what I just did there. Yeah, there we go. I have no idea what I just did. It's like 2 handfuls of spinach. It's like, whatever, filtered water from your refrigerator. And then I do like a mixed fruit bag. That's it. And I'll usually have like 2 of those a day, breakfast and dinner. And then I'll eat like a protein meal, veggies, during the day. And usually it's like some kind of protein. There's mixed veggies in there. There's an avocado. I'll even throw in a pickle every once in a while. But that's kind of what I've been doing. I've lost like 25 pounds. So I feel fantastic. And obviously, I don't want to keep losing more, but every once in a while, I will allow myself, if it's like once a week, a little cheat meal here or there. And I guess Chipotle isn't that bad at the end of the day because, there's, probably the worst thing in there, depending, is like the sour cream and the cheese, but everything else is actually okay. And it's okay to, I guess, eat a little bit of rice. But yeah, anyways, I don't know why I said that. I think just the Chipotle craving came on. So, yeah. I'm happy you agree. Agree, Dream. Thank you. All right, let's finish plugging this in so we can get some overheads because we're getting close. We're getting close to being done. Yeah. I need to find like some royalty-free music so we can play you guys some stuff in the background. Dustin said he just watched. Hopefully you enjoyed, man. I know that was pretty awesome. It was. I'm probably just gonna go rewatch it again when I get off. It's weird too because I don't know if any of you guys, if you have like a favorite TV show or an anime that you watch, and the show is just so good that because you can't wait for the next episode to come out, you'll just rewatch the latest episode. I don't know if anyone has those things. I don't necessarily know if you would do it with maybe a regular TV show because, because, obviously I think regular TV shows usually can be a little bit longer than what would be like a 21, 22-minute anime episode. But yeah, it is, man. It is. I think we're good there, right? Okay, we'll do 16. We're almost done. Sweet. It's as healthy as it gets in fast food. Yeah, like I said, man, I think I think any kind of the bowl places don't appear to be super bad. So. Ooh, look at that, dude. We're almost there. Almost there. 15. There we go. 15. All right, we got to remove that one down here now. And then we need, was that 15, right? Okay, so let's do 14. Nice, dude. We're actually doing pretty good. I think I might group this just so it looks a little prettier. Just based on what we're doing, of course. All right, I guess we can remove that, and I'll do this now, huh? Yeah, I don't know what I had these for. Oh my God, I had a lot down here. Jeez. Yeah, I just want to clean this up. Okay, I feel better. All right, what are we on, 13? Oh, I guess it's because I'm pushing everything down, essentially. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Cool, 13, look at that. 12 and 11, look at that. 12, 11. Ooh, and then we're right in 10. Ooh, cool, I think we're done. That shockingly worked out pretty well. Huh? 11, 10, 9. Wow, look at that. Psh, bam. I don't even have to move the last 4. Sick life. Focus said, I'm only sad because they were kind of rushing solo leveling. Oh, interesting. You know what? I haven't heard that take yet. I haven't heard anyone say that it felt like they're rushing it. I'll say this. I actually am really, and again, I don't think this is a hot take, but I'm okay with the pacing. I actually think the pacing is great. And I say that because to me, there's like 2 ways you can take when you're developing a story. You're either on pace and ahead, or you're on pace and behind, it feels like, right? Where it's like, I think a good example is if you look at something like One Piece. I think One Piece is a great example of a show that takes a really long time to get to where it needs to get. The thing I really like about solo leveling is it's almost like they've trimmed out all the fat in an episode, and they just give you like what the minimum necessary pieces are. And I'm not saying minimum as though it's lackluster or it's missing stuff, but minimum is like, this is the absolute minimum of what you need to understand what's happening and to give you a sense of what is going to happen, what happened in the past, and what's going on currently. And it's almost like just the right mix of fulfillment. That's how I feel when I watch an episode of solo leveling. So to me, it doesn't feel rushed. But keep in mind, I haven't read the manga, right? This is just coming from someone who's watching it as because I only watch anime. I don't read any of the manga. I don't read light novels. None of that stuff. So to me, watching it for the first time objectively, I love the pacing. I think the pacing is one of the best things about the show. But I can understand that if you're someone who's read it, just like when I read Harry Potter and then I watched the movies and I'm like, okay, well, they're missing some pretty key stuff here at some pivotal moments in Harry P. But, you know, it's like I said, I again, maybe it's, I have that veil on my eyes because I haven't read anything. So I just don't feel as impacted. So yeah, maybe that's to my benefit. Oh yeah, listen, I have no doubt that there's probably some key stuff they're missing, without a doubt. You know, I mean, do I think that the show? Yeah, but I mean, is the show still fantastic? Absolutely. But yeah, again, I wouldn't know those things because I haven't read any of the light novel stuff that they're doing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I think they could make solo leveling into like 24 episodes a season? Absolutely, absolutely. You know what? If anything, it almost feels like some people kind of feel like the same way they felt about Sword Art Online, where they felt that Sword Art in the first season, the entire first season should have been Aincrad. It should have been them in Aincrad for that entire first season instead of doing like the first half Aincrad and the second half Elfheim Online, where we went into the fantasy VRMO. And I feel the same way. I wonder if that's how people feel about it, right? Who've read the manga. However, I felt that way just from watching the anime and not reading any manga. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know, chew on that one. All right, guys. So now we're going to grab some screenshots and we're going to plug this in and do some groupings here. So what we need to do first is, I think I can probably just do the group here. So let's do this. Oops, sorry. Let's do this. I don't know if I can do the grouping with the, well, maybe I can. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Where's my... Okay. Yep, there we go. So what we're going to do now is we'll do this. I'm going to go boom. All right, cool. So we need to go grab a screenshot for SOS 428, and then I'm also going to write in the starting positions for the kingdoms. So thankfully we have something for 8 at the moment. So let's do that. There we go. Let's just make sure we get the whole thing. Okay, I think that's all right. So we'll let that pop up. So this is what we got. We're gonna copy this. Let's do this in Paint. And I'll skadoosh this over here so you guys can see my awesome skills. All right, cool. So now let's plug. Ooh, you know what I need? What would probably be super helpful is if we just copied this and I stuck this over here. That might be easier. I just have to think about it. Oh, did somebody ping me on Discord? Let's see. Did I miss it? Or was that? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That was Clan. Absolutely, dude. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. I don't think anyone would disagree with that one. Okay. So this is a lot. Oh my God. But I have everything marked. So this isn't that bad, I think. So let's pull this up here. Oh gosh. I wonder if I should organize this and then we can redo it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hang on. I got it. I think I'm gonna have to just sort this a bit so I won't be so lost. Okay, cool. There we go. So, so this is A1, right? Just so everyone understands how we're gonna do this, right? So this is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, right? A1 always starts top right or basically at 2 o'clock, right? So, just based on how we've done this. Also, 2 more likes until we're at 30. Thanks. Okay. So A1, this is going to be, I'm trying to think how we want to do the coloring here. So let's do letters. Maybe we do blue. I mean, we could do purple too. Ugh, how is that going to look in there? Let's try blue. Ooh, you know what I could have done? We could take a bigger screenshot, now that I'm thinking about it, like a wider one. Right? You know, this is okay. We'll make it work. All right. So we're going to do this. So we have in top right, this is going to be -ns -blz, and that's it there. Yeah, there's 2 others, but they're under 1 billion power. So we'll just do these. Boom. And then here, you know what? Maybe I do want to make this a little bit bigger now I'm thinking about it. I guess it's probably best just to make it as big as I can because I can always shorten it, huh? Yeah, we'll do that. I wonder if the map looks different if I go into one of those kingdoms. I was just thinking about that. Is that 13? Let me see if the map looks a little bit different. Because I think this one's probably better if we use this one as it's a little wider, but I'm curious if the map will look a little bit better. Yeah, I think we're going to use this because I think that other one is just smaller. Okay, yeah, this is way better. Okay, way better now. How do I do the top down? Can I not do top down? Let's do new, don't save. Mm. Yeah, okay. I will make that work. All right. So let's plug wearers. So what did I say was over here? Hyphen NS hyphen BLZ. Okay. I guess maybe it might be worth including the alliance names for some of the others, but because it technically no, it's okay. We'll do it like this. So A2 is going to be TGV, and I have no idea what my dog's doing right now. Let's see. So TGV, we have HSD, and there should be one more we have here too. Is AVO. All right, actually, that's pretty good, huh? Do that. Boom. Okay. Solid. Because we don't necessarily know where everyone's going. And then we got A3. So this should be, we'll go here. So that's going to be COTC, DGN, and we have DFAM. Cool. And you're kind of here in the corner, huh? Yeah, I mean, this isn't bad, man. It's like... Maybe I would have liked the rather be a little bit lower, but that's fine. PRC. Cool. And we got 149. I guess we could maybe start off with the strongest ones first, then work our way down. That would probably be better, now that I'm thinking about it. And EPR. Whoa, I missed someone. Oh, no, I haven't missed anyone yet. I was like, oh boy. Let's do this. I thought I was going to miss someone. Let's do this. Cool. There we go. And then top left here is going to be Nora KOA FT90. Cool. Yeah, that's actually a pretty spot. Let's do a save as. Oh god, all my downloads. What's going to be? SOS 46028. Cool. And then, oops, master. We'll go here. Let's do insert. We're killing it. We're killing it right now. Absolutely killing it. Look at that, mate. Look at it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. A little small, but it's there. Bam. Look at that. All right. Just joking though. Let's do the biggest groups first. That'll just probably be easier. Which is probably going to be the lower number ones, I think. Yeah. So let's do SOS 4 6009. We can do that. This is pretty good. Boom. Zibble. All right, so we'll copy that. Let's plug this in here. Let's do new. Paste. All right, sweet. And we'll do the next one. Let me catch up on chat here. Sounds good. Yeah. DC, what's up? Welcome. Yeah. 2v4 seems kind of arrogant to me. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think some people have their feelings about that one. It's not like the 4 is weak either. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. The matchups themselves are not, and as I was saying earlier, it's the group is not weak. It's a strong group. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so up here, did I say we're going blue, right? So we got WAL. Uh, 110, this should be ROG. And then we got 266. It's going to be RAC. 41 BDO. Brr. And 68 is the Jizzers. We got Echo. Okay, these ones are easier because it's just all the, I don't have to type as much. Boom, there we go. We will save as. This is going to be SOS 46009. You know what? Let's do it like this. Super tiny. And then it was big. Yeah, we'll go a little bit more. Sweet. Probably should go big enough so it can be viewed on a single thing, huh? Yeah, okay, that's better. All right, sweet. Now we got to do 10. These ones should be pretty simple. I think this one's going to take too long. So we'll copy that. Let's go new, pursed. Cool. Ziblu, top 4. Who's this? NTS. Boom, 176. We'll do EIS. So they don't get mad at me again for calling them EIL. It's not my fault. That's just the shell they're in. Don't hate the player, hate the game. 40 TFS. Uh, 363 SSG. We'll just do that. We won't do SSG too. We get it. And then top left is 183, right? So that's A2G. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should save the vanilla overhead so I don't have to come back to this now that I'm thinking about it. And maybe I should have colored them all white. Oh, that would have been way better. Well, no, it doesn't matter because I can still do like a red versus green or a red orange, but maybe I should have. Yeah, I'll still make it work. This is fine. This is fine. Oops. 10. Cool. So let's go here. This is going to be 10. We'll up this. Sweet sauce. We are plugging away. I think my music died. Yeah, give or take. Cool. So we got that. And again, we'll do the confirmed matchups too as well. I just want to at least try and get this stuff done the best that we can right now. Okay. So we grabbed that one. We need to grab this one now for 6,011, and then we'll plug that in. We'll copy that. Let's go new, paste. All right, so this is 11. So that means 17, which is a 1. It's going to be ED. 290. KOD. $156. We got BNR. No, I want that to be just a little farther to the left. 276 KOV. $116 zoo. 255 A6 SV. And this is going to be 11, right? Look at that. We're doing it. Goes faster when you don't have to write in so many kingdom numbers. Yeah, 12 doesn't look bad either. Okay. That's not awful. So we'll do 12 for this next one. Okay, so for this one, we're on 12. And I should have 223 top right. Okay, it's going to be HWG. It's HWG3, but that could just be the shell, right? Should I just do HWG? We'll just do that. Part of me feels like there's probably not a 3 there. 314, that's squiggly eyes. I wanted to move that lower, but there we go. That's actually fine. Okay, 247. That's 3. That's fine. 5 Luno. I should just be like AKA Noir. 225 is 25 IW. Okay, 193 is hyphen IR hyphen. Okay. And this is 6012. Okay, that's good. Looks good, looks good. So that's going to be what, 613? There we go. Nice. Sorry, I'm coming back to chat. I just been locked in. So locked in. Oh, blue. Okay. Let me catch up on some chutters right now. Yo, we're at 30 likes. Dope. 35 is cool. Thanks. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Lap, hey, have you gone over the matchmaking yet or just setting things up? So we have gone over, we haven't gone over the official matchmaking as far as what the, as far as who's facing who yet. I have started to get people letting me know what the Diplo matchups have been decided on for the groups that have. People have already been sending me DMs on those. I will be doing that after I grab all the screenshots. So right now I'm just going through and I'm grabbing screenshots and I'm just putting the number 1 alliance placement. After that, we will start plugging in which teams, like who's facing off against who. There is 1 or 2 that we've done so far that I showed off yesterday, but we haven't. I don't know if we color coded them at all yet or showed that visually on the map. Right now, we're just kind of showing starting positions currently, but I will be doing that. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing, Nudie. There's similar punching power. I don't want what could have been KvK of the year. Bring BDO and Echo playing defense the whole time. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, that's a good point. I mean, is it a stretch to potentially call that group the KvK of the year when you effortlessly could have done a 3v3, and even if you had to do some modifications for zone 2 and zone 3? And because this is the thing, right? Keep in mind, the kingdoms can just agree. Remember, kingdoms do not have to just follow along. And as an example, when the level 4 pass opens, they don't have to invade each other's zone 3. They could just fight it out in zone 2. Everyone goes into their zone 3, and maybe they just fight at the pass. People can agree to do that, right? You don't have to invade someone else's zone 3. That's the one thing that I think a lot of people are missing out on here, is that you can skip on invading someone's zone 3 and just wait to fight the awesome battle, which is the final zone. Now, what is going to be curious to me is how many kingdoms are going to opt for that. Because to me, that's the better play. Why is that the better play? Because we get longer lasting PvP, and we also get PvP that more than likely has up to all the kingdoms being able to fight at full strength or fullest strength. That will always be more exciting than you denying someone access to the final zone because you invaded their zone 3. I don't want to see that. I don't care about that. That is boring. Because all that does is make the final zone matchup lopsided. In that case, what's the point of the final zone? Why have a final zone? Why design the map in a way that allows for everyone in zone 1 to get to zone 3 and to get to the final zone? When all you're going to do is allow for people to go into another cross zone 3 from the level 4 pass to basically cut someone off. It's completely boring. That makes no sense. Yeah, man. Now, is that most likely going to be done again this season like it was done last season? I'm sure. But I'll tell you right now, dude, the KvKs that opt and come to an agreement early that say, look, we're not going to invade each other's zone 3, but we'll fight it out at the pass, maybe fight it out in the open field in front of the pass, but we're not going to build in and like crush you and lock you out because we know we're going to get a more longer lasting and exciting and engaging KvK from fights if everyone gets a chance to make it to the final zone. And then if you want to go and invade, like there's nothing saying you can't just invade their zone 3 after the final zone opens. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see which KvK groups potentially opt to ruin, which is really what it would be. I understand people can play however they want, but the fact is you can also choose to play this way. You don't have to just go by what the game mechanics are allowing you to do, right? You can create whatever you want to create in your KvK. That's the thing that people are kind of losing touch with. Is just because a pass opens, like in a cross zone 3, doesn't mean you have to invade. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. It's so funny to me. And then you see people complaining about, now we weren't able to fight in the final zone in full strength. Well, come to that agreement, have that discussion. Because I'll tell you right now, I hope it happens. Absolutely hope it happens. Yeah. Oh, God. Sorry. What? Neither of us video will be going on defense yet, regardless of the matchup. People would have been complaining about Diplo win. I don't think so. I think there actually was a really good matchup that could have been done for that KvK group. Absolutely. And we talked about it. I think we talked about it. Yeah, Demon said, as always, the goal was to get maximum amount of fighting. Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, this does it, at least in one way. It's not the only way, but it is one way. Yeah. Gold card, what's up? Welcome. In any fair matchup, people would likely dodge us. So if giving the opponent an advantage is what it takes to get fun fights, we're all for that. I don't necessarily agree with it. Like I said, I think you can work things out, kind of alluding to some of the things I was saying before, where you can still get those great matchups. You can, what up? Baked potato. What's up? Okay. Let's finish. Where am I at? I'm on 13, right? Yeah. So 113 is CMAR. Let's do that. Anyone is DBB. 221 SW8D. 77. I'll just do MFD. I'm not going to do MFD2. 27 laws. Oh, that's where Tiny went. That's where Tiny and his group went. To 27. Cool. All right, that looks good. Dope sauce. Let's do 14. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do all of these, but we'll keep going maybe until it expands. We'll see. Maybe beyond 6. Oops. Okay, 88 is done. Uh, 96 OH. Okay. 341 NWE. Wish my keypad did the more even one. So funny. And this is 614, I think. Okay, that looks good. So this is going to be 15, I think. Yeah. $45, baby. $345. Stop. 119. We got LAW. 244 TG. 66. Ancients. 61. Oh, they left there, right? So now it's EIA. I guess I could because that's their name. 5. Yeah, I think that's 5. Yep. Looks good. Nice. All right, now we're on 16 for this one, and then I'll come take a look at chat here in a sec. Getting close, getting close. Yeah, man. Rebra, what's up? Says Bia, we don't want to play Pillow Wars. I'll be honest, I don't think anyone wants to play Pillow Wars. Blue. Spartan, what's up? Welcome. Why are some alliance names outlined with a pinkish background? Which one? Oh, those ones are the ones that need to be. Those are the ones I believe that need to be updated. Like they have something there that I have to update some stats on. So I think they're just either. I think it was. That's what the ones I have that are pink. I think so. Oh no, sorry. Sorry, the pink ones are the ones where the data was pulled from the 9th. That's why. So on those ones, data was pulled from the 9th. And that's just because the data pool on the 14th yesterday just had some missing information on the pool, so I didn't include that in there. But again, I'll update everything again once Fuzzy fixes some of the errors that he was experiencing, and then once he feels confident and we check it again, then I'll plug and update everything. Where were we? 16? Yeah. Yeah, basically that's just me color coding it so I don't forget. And also, again, right, so it's there, you know, obviously if anyone asks, like yourself. So we're 16 now, right? Okay, 171 is ASC. Okay, 163, DYH. Okay, that looks good. So we'll do 17 next. Isn't this KD 75? I can't remember. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're on 18 now. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So 32. $302. Let's do this. That's good. Sweet, looks good, looks good. 6, how many more do we have? Oh, oof. Quite a few. We are trucking right now, man. Oh my gosh. Max. I think it's because there's no light on out there that he is finding himself sick. I think we're okay here. Stop. I'm doing that. All right. So 19. So I think we're 19, right? 95? Yeah. I'll do back. 293 else. Wasn't 293 Hunting Horde? Looks good. Looks good. All right. Actually shocked that fit decently well. I was just thinking, it's like so funny because I probably don't even need to. I probably don't even need to like go through the effort of grabbing a specific map because I could just do the regular ones and then just because the kingdom numbers are so small. I wonder if it really matters. Yeah. Random thought. See. Oh, good stuff. I mean, we're basically on a roll at this point. Yeah, man. Welcome, welcome. 2 more likes until we're at 35. You guys can do it. No. D-Ball, what's up, man? Saying, hey, baby daddy. What's up, baby mommy? Gavin, what's up, man? Welcome. Edward, what's up? Welcome. LSU 281 in the building. That's right, man. You know where 267 is going? That's where I'm at. Yeah, I think. Oh, as far as the union, I'm not sure. So we will be. We'll figure out those matchups and everything soon. And then yeah, we'll be taking a look once I finish just plugging all these in. Then we'll go through and I'll probably do a copy on this, or just we'll do it on the next page to show up the matchups. I feel like BTX should be forced into the RAC Echo KvK. It'd be cool. This season was just outright horrendous. I can only imagine, man. Yeah, Rebus says BTX unlucky. Yeah. D-Ball coming in with the 199, man. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Means a lot. Means a lot. Muy appreciado. Which I think that's just Spanglish, but you guys get it. All right, let's do 78. So we got Riven. Yeah, we're almost done. We're actually making good pace. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to do all of them. But we're at least going to do the ones that have 6 kingdoms in them. I know that much. Yeah. And again, for those curious, I'm going to have this. I'm going to update this on the public sheet probably tomorrow. And if you guys want to get access to that, there's a link on my Discord. And if you want a link to the Discord, it's in the pinned comment for chat. Yeah, because I don't know if I've added it to the bot yet, which I have to do that too as well. Just add in the, not the command, but the link. So when people hit the command, then yeah, sure. Oops. Cool, looks good. 23, we could do that. mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think that we even need this column. Does that mess anything up? Nope. Makes it a little better, I think. Cool. I mean, coincidentally, that is their alliance name. There we go, 24. Okay. I wonder if maybe we stop at 24 because a lot of these ones have. I mean, we only really have to do 3 more. What do we think? What are we thinking, Chad? What are we thinking? We got one more like until 35. I believe in you. Yeah, Edward says, I have a lot of amazing ideas for changes in the game and currently working on a mega sheet for talent system reworking ideas with blueprints and brainstorms. Where would I send this to the devs? That could be cool to see. I'd very much be interested in seeing that as well. Honestly, probably the best thing would be to put it as a suggestion and then just type the link out in the suggestion. Yeah, because as far as sending them, I don't know. I mean, maybe you could go through the mods and do it that way. As far as any like reference material, you could also just put the suggestion. You could also just like type the link out in the suggestion so people could just copy it from the suggestion. That probably would be my recommendation. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I mean, suggestions can usually get a little bit more coverage. Okay. I mean, at this point, why not, right? At this point, we might as well. We only got 3 left. Yeah, man. I was totally like, no, let's just stop. It hurts. All right, let's see. Okay. So this will be OGC MIB 106. Oh, sorry. A2. This will be HBX AFK. Yeah, we'll do it like that. OPB. Okay. $192, so 85. Mm. Okay. All right, 2 more. We're doing pretty good. All right, second to last one. Making pretty good headway, I think. And what do we got here? Okay, so I had to make sure this is the right one. Cool. That's fine. Oh. That's fine. All right, last one. Cool. Yeah, man, we're going to have this all updated. Hmm. All right, last one. Here we go. Boys and girls. Hmm. Ooh, no. I'm gonna have to do that. Probably going down, huh? Yeah, that looks better. Okay. All right, last one. Cool. We finished. All right, that's all of them. We did it. We officially. We did it. People get to 30. No, man, it was good stuff. Listen, we did a lot. We did an absolute lot. We're a little bit over 2 hours right now going in, and we did a lot, man. We got all of the overheads done for every matchup, which is dope. I probably should just put them out, huh? At this point. And we got them marked so we know, and we can use it as a reference point, which is great. Just again, a nice other just little visual aid. So I'm really happy that we were able to finish this. The next thing we'll do is we do need to look at matchups and plug that in on the sheet. But sorry, not the sheet, but I guess the sheet, yeah, but on a different tab. There we go. Yes, looks good. So we got everything figured out. Now we did do the matchup testing. This is like, so I think I need to do this, which is like matchup predictions, something like that. And then we can do matchup results. See, I kind of like how this looks, but I mean, this is fine too. I just have to color code each side eventually. It's not like the end of the world. We still have the blueprint. Teams. I guess I don't need this, huh? Delete that one. Yeah, we've kind of done that already here. Yeah, for P1, so I don't think we need that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need a migration slots when I think about it. Overview. Oh, we're not doing teams. Well, maybe I'll leave. I don't think we need that, huh? I already have some Bring of War examples, so we can just keep this a little bit easier. Okay, so we got matchup predictions, and then we'll do... Yeah, let me delete this. I know what we're going to do. We'll duplicate. And this is going to be matchup results. So this will show kind of like, you know, who's actually fighting who. I think that'll be a little easier. Jag, what's up? What's going to be the best KvK in your opinion? You know what? I'll probably have more of an opinion on that once I'll have more of an opinion on that once I have the updated data scan from the game that I get from Fuzzy. And then secondly, once I know what the results are for all the Diplos, then I will very much talk about which KvKs I'm most excited to watch. It is just a little hard to tell right now because the KvK could be really strong. The KvK could have amazing potential for matchups and for us to get a lot of excitement. And then Diplo ends up going a totally different way and could, I think, minimize what the potential of a KvK could be. And or sometimes it might even ruin it. So I very much want to know that just before I give my opinion. Cool. Yeah, so I'm getting some, yeah, so maybe we'll plug in what these matchups are going to be because some people are already sending me stuff, like I was saying. 40. Mm-hmm. Jess's BDO versus Echo versus rest of server is going to be a nutty one. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, so you know what, guys? I think what we'll do for now is I think we'll probably cut it a little short tonight. Again, because really the only other thing I have left to do here is just to add in the current matchups and then follow up with some other people on the matchups. And then I'm going to plug that in here on the results phase so we can see who's fighting who. And then eventually, once I get the updated numbers, again, most of these are up to date, but once I get the updated numbers from Fuzzy, I can go ahead and plug those ones in here, at least on the results portion. Because really, at the end of the day, that's the most important one. It's just who's facing who. So when I get that, whether that's tonight, maybe tomorrow at the earliest, we'll plug that in. That way tonight I can go and find out what all the matchups are, at least for those that have already been decided and figured out. We'll plug that in here. And then maybe tomorrow we might stream again during the day and talk about the matchups. And even more so if I'm able to get some updated numbers and plug those in. So maybe look out for that sometime as well. And then I know we're also going to be doing some streaming for the Zone 2 openings, which, again, for those of you that are curious, that's probably going to be on, because we're already on the 16th, so tomorrow 17th at reset. So it's either going to be tomorrow night or it's going to be sometime Monday when Zone 2 opens for the G1 Kingdom. So we'll probably be streaming the pass openings and fighting there. So look out for that come Monday. Most likely is when that'll probably be opening. So that's it. As always, man, if you guys want to get updates for, and again, how I'll always end, if you guys do want to get updates for the Discord, which is going to be, let me just make sure I'm on the right page here. Again, you guys can join the Discord, link to that. That's in the pinned comment for the live chat. Once you join, you'll be able to, if you do want to get notifications for when we go live, right? Remember, when you join, you go to reaction rolls, you get notifications for when we do the live stream or when for new content comes out. Those are at the bottom. There's also a page here to support the channel if you like. And yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight, man. Thank you guys so much. As always, an absolute pleasure. I think we peaked at around 60 plus, which again, for just kind of hanging out. Even though I think Guns and Princess were streaming too as well. So listen, man, I'm always happy anytime I get to come on and do some of the stuff that I love, and people get to hopefully enjoy watching what we're doing and take an interest in it. Always means a lot. So whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening for you, man, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we might catch you tomorrow. Take care.